I'm like a midget over there.
Right. Start.
Oh, welcome, Fire Optics. Welcome back to another good one. I'm your host, Kenneth Nicholson. Nice to see y'all. Over here, we got my man James.
What's going on, fam?
We got Frico.
Hey, what's up, people?
We got our homie Daniel.
How's it going, everybody?
And this is going to be an interesting episode. It's been an interesting week. We were thinking about hopping on Friday, but we weren't going to be able to take the time that was necessary to kind of flush out everything that's happened in the last week. So, gentlemen, on a personal note, first of all, before we jump into this, everybody had a good week?
Yeah.
Straight?
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice. I'm still on my holding out on the alcohol thing. Ironically, I haven't had any. Daniel tried to trick me one time, tried to slip me some Baileys, but other than that, remember when I was making that Baileys for you in the coffee and I had the spoon?
Oh, okay. The hot jug. Okay.
Yeah. So Daniel was at the crib, had the Baileys and the coffee for him. This is when I first started, and I took a little. I wasn't even thinking, James. I handed him the coffee, and then I took the spoon. And, tasted the spoon before you put it away. I was like, oh Lord, that's a good one.
Better break the game.
About to break it after day 2. Daniel, let me try to trick me. Nah,
Man, that stuff was good. That was some good stuff right there.
but 2 weeks going strong. I'm surprised. I haven't missed it. It is what it is. But anyway, a lot of other people gonna need some alcohol after this week. So let's begin where we begin, gentlemen. Capitol Hill. I'm at the crib. It's Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
I'm at the crib. Just getting back from a couple. No, this wasn't Wednesday. It was. Back from a couple of meetings. I know that they're about to do the vote for something. Was it? Oh,
The electoral.
The electoral.
January 6th was the day.
Yes, January 6th, officially putting Joe Biden into the presidential realm. So I'm watching that. I'm like, okay.
Well,
go ahead.
Well, can we go back a day?
Yeah, go back a day. Go ahead.
Let's go back a day. How Georgia flipped completely blue.
Oh yeah, okay. We do need.
That was big, right?
That's important.
You're right. So go ahead, young Lions and Juices. I forgot.
Okay,
Go ahead,
okay.
set it up.
So let us remember this day where Warnock and how you pronounce his name? Well, no, I guess Oso came the next day. But let's just go ahead and talk about
the Jews and the black folks saved America. That's what happened.
Well, I don't even want to say that. I want to say Stacey Abrams saved America.
Yeah, she did.
She played a good part in it, man.
She's a genius.
She's
like the chess master. She was a chess master.
That's going down Tuesday night. Everybody's checking it out. It got to about midnight, and I was like, okay, this is what it is. I'm gonna fall asleep on this one. Woke up the next day. The brother had won. Now, the brother that won, a gentleman that may be joining us later, is actually his pastor. So here's the funny part, Daniel. We had spoken before about the Republicans, and I don't know if I mentioned it, but I was in my head. I'm like, I know that there may have been a little scandal at that church, but I don't remember the Republicans bringing it up. So I was like in my head, like, wow, I'm surprised they didn't bring that up. So I hope they join us tonight. Micah, he actually lives in Atlanta. He was like, oh, no. They brought out everything on the commercials. So it was dirty. It got dirty. They were hitting underneath the belt, all that kind of stuff. But the good guys won in the end. So that sets it up. The Democrats are feeling good about themselves. They know that following morning, by about mid-afternoon, they know they got Ossoff is his name, the other guy that won. So now we got the Senate, the House, and the presidency. And I believe that's what sent Trump on his little way to incite his base.
It's one of the worst losses it's one of the worst losses that a president ever had.
As far as what?
Losing House, he lost the presidency, the House, and the Senate. They say it's one of the
I see
biggest
what you're
losses.
saying. The totality of losing all three of those. I see what you're saying.
Put in perspective for the people what this really means. I don't think they were talking over it. They don't need the Republicans for anything anymore. They don't need the tiebreak vote, or they don't need to persuade the Republicans to do anything. They can just say, okay, this is what we want, this is what we want. And if they agree on it, that's fine, because they have the majority. So no filibusters, no vetoes, the Republicans are in a bad way right now.
So Democrats, let's see what y'all actually do. Because I voted for
you.
So I can hold your feet to the fire. I can say whatever the heck I want to say because I voted for you. So you better come through. So great job, Daniel. We get into Wednesday. Like we said, it's obvious the Democrats have won now. It's obvious all these things are flipping. First president to lose all three of those, as Daniel just stated. And so he decides, I think, in his own little pouty little bitch-like manner, okay, I'm going to go to my base and make myself feel good and do what I've always done and kind of galvanize them and get them riled up. And that's going to make me feel better because I need to throw a temper tantrum because it's not going my way. That's basically what it comes down to. So he tells the people, okay, we're going to march down to Capitol Hill and we're going to get it in and I'm going to march with you. And so he charged up this riot of people to go to the Capitol Hill. And I'm just sitting there on a bike ride. I was like, I'm gonna go ride the mountain bike. When I come back, they'll have the votes, whatever. And in the middle of my bike ride, I stopped for 1 second to get a drink, and Twitter's just going. I'm just getting buzzed. I'm like, what in the world? Pick up the phone, YouTube TV. Thank you. Go to ABC News or CNN or something, and I see these fools surrounding the Capitol building. Like, okay. And the first thing now, gentlemen, here's where I want James and Daniel to kind of take over for a little bit, because particularly you, James, being the veteran that you've been and the clearances you had and all this kind of stuff, because you understand when you're looking at that, I'm pretty sure you immediately think to yourself, these fools on federal ground. Like, what's really going on? So what were you thinking right at that moment?
I was in a meeting at that time. So the first thing I thought about was 9/11. Because I was at work when 9/11 happened. And so I was like, oh, man, we better get locked down. They got into the Capitol building. Never in a million years would I think it was us. Because like I said, I was in a meeting. So I didn't hear about the Trump rally until after everything happened. So when I looked into it, and I've been to Capitol Hill, you know what I'm saying? I've been to the Pentagon. You just don't walk up in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is really like that secure. So when it was like they got inside the offices and all the senators on the ground, I was like, nah, this got to be some type of terrorist act, or, Iran and find a way to get in or something. There was no way in my mind that these was just American people, right? And so when I looked at it, I was just kind of like, and somebody to me is like, nah, man. And Trump supporters broke into the Senate, the Capitol Hill. I was just like, ain't no way. And it says it's impossible, man. They'd have been shot. That's what I thought. I thought those shots were gonna be fired. When I got home, I was gonna hear. When I got off the meeting, I was gonna hear about 6 dead. Because these are lawmakers, these are senators. I'm like, you just don't attack these people. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You're dead. We got 20 going to the hospital. Blood has been shed at the Capitol Hill for protesters breaking in the Capitol Hill. No. What I heard was cops were taking selfies with these motherfuckers.
Inside job.
Inside job. You know what I'm saying? And immediately when I saw those pictures and I saw them inside the Capitol building, I said the same thing. I said, it's more than an inside job. It almost looked like a coup, right? And if you take over these senators, if you get them, they would have got to the objective. Man, what are you going to do?
The hand ties, man. What were the hand ties for?
Yeah, Frico, I'm glad you mentioned that. I was just about to say that. You seen the picture of the dude that had like 20 hand ties his waist and had a tactical vest, and had the 9 on the other side. So a lot of people were saying, "Oh, they weren't armed, they weren't this, they weren't that." Okay, okay, whatever.
Yeah,
They said that guy was a lieutenant colonel too. He's a retired lieutenant colonel.
You saw that one? I didn't want to mention it because it's armed, but you saw the PSYOP guy. I sent y'all email a picture about that. The PSYOP guy who was Army.
I mean, there's so many of these people who turned out to be government officials, military officials, police officials, like
Firefighters.
fire, yep, all that kind of stuff.
Yep, that was a firefighter.
You're pretty, I mean, you're unveiling for all you sleeping Negroes that think a lot of us who call out racism and all this stuff all the time when we see it. You think we're saying too much? You think we're doing too much? Yeah. These were not your hillbillies up in West Virginia screwing their sister. These were
some of them were,
and police officers and all of that screwing their sisters. And then they came down to DC.
The majority was, I think it's opposite. The majority was that, but there were a couple of, people like the FDNY guy and like the other guys. But the majority of people, I think, were just people that.
And there was I forgot. There was somebody. There was a politician who got arrested too.
Yeah, he was
the guy from West Virginia. He's done.
We had one in Ohio. we had.
Of course you did.
Yeah, we had somebody in the governor's place, some lieutenant general something.
Yeah, I was reading this article. There's this lady from Texas that took a private plane with all her friends. Like it was a big party to go storm the Capitol. It's insane.
So only there
drinking wine and champagne on the plane, ready to go.
So it turns out in the wash after the fact, we all see this one lady get killed.
4 people died, didn't they?
Yeah, but that's what I'm getting to. Initially, you're hearing about this one woman because that's who you see, and you see the guy draw the gun, and I'm hearing that it's a brother, of course. Brother ain't playing. Brother's out. He gonna catch this. She caught one in the neck trying to break in, but then you hear about the fact that they actually killed a cop. Not only killed him, like fire hosed him to death. Like took a fire, like. And yeah, blue lives matter my butt. Like your white life matters. That's what you meant to say. Or actually, your way of life matters. How you want it to be. Because you did kill that white dude just, trying to do his job. And it was just like, I don't know about you guys, but initially we didn't see the inside as far as how chaotic it really got. Did you guys see where the security guard is pressed up against the glass?
Mm-hmm.
People come from both sides. It looked like a scene from The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Who's seen The Walking Dead where that guy gets smashed up against the window and he gets squished to death?
Yeah, it was out of a movie where he's like,
Yeah, that was a scene in The Walking Dead. It looked just like that, man. I'm telling you.
I saw some pictures today of it, man, of the feces that these people left in the seats. Some of these
they took dumps in the seat.
Oh wow!
They took dumps in the Senate.
That's old school.
But they smeared it on the wall.
It's fucking like middle school. It's ridiculous.
When you look at some of these pictures, man, I was going through them today. They trashed that place, dude.
You know what? There are some videos on YouTube that show the insiders that were in it bragging about it.
1 second, Jonah.
Insane. It shows you like they were excited about the entire time. But,
I mean,
all the stuff that's coming out, it makes it.
They erected a whole. No, they was going there to kill people. They erected the little hang. They was getting ready to little hang.
Now they put a noose up there.
Yeah, they put a noose up. They put a whole little news station thing up.
Yeah,
it was.
Somebody mentioned something earlier, man, that I was talking to one of the people I was in a meeting with, and it's almost like they was testing the waters, to see how far they can go, you know what I'm saying, or how easy it is, or who's doing the security, you know what I'm saying?
Generally, it's pretty easy.
You're right. They was like they sat there and talked about like they might some people was talking about how we might get killed though, but we're doing it for Trump or something like that. They some people knew they can die when they go up there. So
That's when they start talking about it as a cult. I get it, but so I try my best to be an optimist, but there's no really good way to spin this positively.
oh
You
no,
know?
they're trying though. Those politicians are trying. They're trying to say Antifa did it or this is the Democrats' fault. They're trying their hardest to spin this.
Yeah, I mean, like it just personally for me, there's no positive spin on. I'm just disappointed and angry. Like I do hope that this thing that happened on Jan 6th made the injustice that happens in this country more visible to people that were previously like entirely ignorant to the fact that it exists. But I'm not going to put any bets down on that at this point.
And I have advice for Black people. Stay out of the way. It's not your fight. Move over to the side. If you see them beefing in the street, go the other way. It has nothing to do with you. If they come after you, then you handle your business. But as far as them trying to take each other out,
Yeah, let them do their thing. You know, as I sent the text to you guys, man. I said, hey, this is a white problem. It ain't got shit to do with us.
Antifa was 8%, 90%.
Huh?
now what about the rumors or people trying to start the rumors that it was really Antifa's acting as though they were
That's stupid. But
That was Matt Gaetz.
Yeah,
Matt
That's
Gaetz
who that
one of the
was
people.
that said that?
Florida guy. Florida. He's a Florida bro.
You know, look, they still white. You know what I'm saying? And they gotta fix their own. They gotta fix their own house. This just shows you who the crazies were. They always try to say for years and years and years we were the crazy ones. If that was us going up in there, man, they would have lit our asses up. It wouldn't
There have
been
been tanks and everything. You know that.
So it's been like what 6 days, 5 days, and I haven't seen any perp walks or anything.
Oh, I've seen a couple of perp walks.
Okay, yeah, I haven't seen enough.
I've seen a couple, not enough, but I've seen a couple. But it's so hard to find these people. But you know who's killing it? You know who should be paid on under the table for the FBI? Kane. Every time I see this dude's post, he found another one. They can't stand that dude, boy.
It is comical to see these people get arrested at the airport.
Oh my God! Oh, that's the funniest shit I've seen all year.
Oh man!
Yo, did you see this? Did you see the other one that I sent you with the woman?
Yeah, the woman, she stepped down. She didn't want to go nowhere.
Okay, peoples. For those of you that don't, we gotta explain what we're talking about. So now these people are considered flight risk. So they're trying to get
No, they're terrorists. They're on the no-fly list for terrorists.
No fly list for terrorism. I'm sorry.
Good.
No fly list for terrorism. So now they're catching them off the plane. And this white dude was crying so hard. It was so funny. No, we can't.
Did you hear the story though? How they got caught?
No, go ahead. Please explain.
The captain of the flight told the lady to let them on and called the authorities at the place. So when they got off, that's how they knew that they were there. So
the captain did them dirty.
No, let them on. We'll get them to their destination. Alert the authorities when we get off of what gate we're getting off at. That's how they was there waiting on them.
Okay, so wait. You mean initially they weren't going to be able to board the plane?
They wasn't going to be able to board the plane.
And the captain said, it's okay?
Let them go.
But then he tricked them?
Yeah. So they was waiting for that thing. Because he was like, don't let them go nowhere because if they leave, we might not be able to find them again.
Oh, that was smart. Okay.
Yeah. Because they got to tell the captain about everybody who gets on the plane.
Okay.
Hey, don't say anything. Tell them to come on. Because if they leave, we won't be able to catch up to them again.
That's true. That is true.
And so that's why when they got off their plane, that girl was all shook because the markers were there waiting on their ass.
Getting dragged away. This has not been a good week for some of these crazy people. And then, I mean, not to veer off too far, but let's stick here because I do need to talk about that chick that harassed the the little boy about the phone, crazy interview. That not yet, James. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet.
Wait, what happened now, kid?
Yeah.
What would you say, Frico?
What was it? What happened with the phone?
Oh, you haven't seen this?
No, man. I've been.
Oh God, Frico. Okay, so here's what happened. Okay, so
Finish Capitol Hill first and these people.
okay. You're right. So anyway, people, Capitol Hill, I don't know. It's just been, you know what I should have done too? We didn't talk about Mad Lib last week. Salute to Mad Lib, not Mad Lib, excuse me, MF Doom. Salute to MF Doom, one of the greatest rappers of all time. Didn't really understand him until I got a little bit older, like in my 30s. I listened to him before, but I didn't hear him until later on. But much respect to him and the way he went out. And so there's a song he's got called A Great Day. And in the first couple of lines, he says, it's going to be a great day. And I was going to take a snippet of that and put a post on Instagram regarding the victories in Georgia. That's what I was initially going to do it for. And when the Capitol Hill thing happened, I was like, dang, now this happened. Maybe I guess I shouldn't. It's not a great day anymore. But in hindsight now, it was an excellent day. All you sorry mother suckers that went down there and now you catching hell, all that big talk, all that jibber jabber, tough guy talk, none of that's going down when the cuffs get on you. They are getting dragged from the airport, kicking and screaming like children. And I love it. Popcorn. I'm drinking the tears. You get no sympathy here, none whatsoever. It's been a great week. Sorry, it's been a great week. I don't care what it says. This week has been awesome.
Here's something that does alarm me, that does worry me. I saw somebody on Instagram said it's one thing to arrest them, but how you charge them and how you
prosecute. Oh yeah, definitely.
It's a different thing. And you know you got these judges out here that fair skin and they.
Yeah, the judges that Trump appointed keep pointing like a million of them.
But there's something to be said though, and this is what I was talking to our friend Micah about previously on the phone. At least now that Trump thing, that Make America Great thing, those flags, all that kind of crap, you kind of get a scarlet letter on you from now on with that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And for those of you that don't know, scarlet letter means famous. Rishi, what was that? I mean, Frico, what was that book from back in the day? I don't remember the name of the book, but there's a young lady who does something. I don't know if she's accused of being a witch or something like that, but she's got to put an S on her chest.
On her forehead.
On her forehead. And she's got to walk around like that because of something that they accused her of doing. So it's when I say you have a scarlet letter on you, that's basically implying that you are now marked for, doing something really bad and evil. So you see all these Trump people doing the wrong thing. They're wearing their hats. They got all that. So now that all those Trump hats, those signs, the flags, that's scarlet letter territory now, man. People ain't gonna be looking at you now like you're a jerk, but you're not a threat. Now everybody's got to look at you like you are a threat. But all that means is they're gonna switch it up and change it to something else. That's what they do. It used to be the Tea Party, then they turned into Trumpers. Now they're just gonna morph into something else. That's what they're talking about probably right now in some room. But how do you guys feel about the totality of the week as far as are you feeling kind of optimistic, pessimistic? What's the vibe?
I would say I'm not pessimistic. I want to say it can't get no worse. So I feel hopefully it starts to go on the up. So that's how I feel like maybe this year is gonna go.
What about you, Frico?
Like I was saying earlier, there's no way to really spin this positively, and I'm not happy. I'm disappointed and I'm angry. But maybe this thing does make the injustice more visible to people that were ignorant to it. Because now they're seeing videos right next to each other. Like it's like you see the the George Floyd protests versus this, and if you're like someone that's completely green and naive, and you're seeing this, maybe it makes an impact. But that's the only. But other than that, there's no positive spin. It's just disappointing and it's depressing.
I'm not depressed or well, how about you, Jay? How you feel?
And those same people are getting fired from their jobs too. A CEO got fired.
Well, I'm happy about that.
Yeah, see, that's what Freako. It's hard for me to be disappointed and angry when a lot of these people are getting their upcomings. They're getting what they've been waiting for. You wanted to be the big bully. You wanted to be the bad guy. Okay, you did that for the last however years, probably your whole life, and now you finally getting treated like.
But here's my thing. I think that
no, you can't say they get treated like that. So,
Huh?
you can't say they get treated like that because they didn't get shot.
No, you're right. I apologize, but that's how they feel. That's to me. That's the fun part to me is that you feel like I'm not a. You've heard people get dragged off before and be like, I'm not black. Why are you treating me? That's how I feel right now. I feel like y'all are getting dragged away, kicking and screaming, and you're looking at black people like, you did this, you voted for this. Like, oh, I don't know. It's
and they had the balls to use the word snowflakes on everyone.
Yeah.
Exactly.
In the airport.
They crying getting taken away in cuffs.
Crying hard, loud. But also, go ahead, James.
This is my take on it, right? You got what you asked for. You know what I'm saying? You knew this dude was a radical. You knew this dude was a womanizer. You knew this dude was a racist. You know what I'm saying? You knew all these things and you voted for him and you got what you asked for. The funny thing is it backfired on him, right? And because it wasn't us storming that Capitol Hill attacking that ass. It was their own people storming that hill attacking that ass. Because why? They wouldn't be racist like the rest of them. And I always said it from the beginning. It ain't all white people, but it's an all white problem. It ain't our problem to talk to you about racism because we're not racist. You have to see this. And now that it's at your doorstep, you want to cry? No. You know what I'm saying? That lady that was the CEO of some marketing company making $4 million a year.
Yep.
Now you're gonna see what it's like to go make some license plates.
There you go. Yes.
You know what I mean? Nobody got no sympathy for you because you should have kept your ass at home with your $4 million paid privilege ass, and you would have been fine. You know what I'm saying? So I don't feel no sympathy for these people because
I'm still cynical that they're gonna get.
They gonna get off because they got money and they white.
They'll get off, Rico, but
the only
their life can change forever.
Yes, exactly.
The only thing that they have going against them is that it was a federal crime.
Right.
So the judge is gonna have to be very careful what he sentences or what he does because this ain't no state level type of offense. You know what I'm saying? You know,
I still can't I'm still trying to take it all in.
That's what's bad. You was on federal grounds.
Yeah, you were on federal ground. I don't know if there's much wiggle room on that, James.
Exactly.
Some of this stuff is concerned.
Now Daniel knows for them people that was in the military that did that. Oh, you fucked.
Oh yeah. Tell us why, James. Why they fuck?
Oh no, the UCMJ is a separate. You rather go to the civilian jail. You rather go to civilian court and go deal with UCMJ. Because there is no jury. It's just that motherfucking general. And if he feels like you fucked up, it's a wrap. You can have 20 lawyers in that motherfucker. He can be like, no. Carry ass to 10 years.
Especially what you can get charged with in the military jail. They can charge you. They can you want a civilian jail.
UCMJ ain't no joke because for one, you signed an oath to protect this country. And some of them people take that shit too hard. Yeah. I'm telling you, they bleed that shit. Especially you a senior officer. Daniel knows, but they about to dig in his shit. He might
the PSYOPs lady, like the lady with PSYOPs, and she brought like a whole crew.
She had to resign her commission.
I love it. Oh, I almost forgot about my favorite part of the week. My favorite thing that happened was when Trump had to go up on the podium and condemn all of them for doing it.
Man.
Yo, I went on Twitter trying to find all the MAGA heads. And they were nowhere to be found. So I just had to tweet out MAGA. And I know y'all mad and just start laughing. I know that some of those people probably went home and committed suicide. They're not going to talk about that.
There are a couple of them.
That cop
already?
committed suicide?
Who?
The cop, one of the Capitol Police.
Yeah, he committed suicide.
Now, why did he commit suicide?
He must have seen some crazy shit.
He must know something we didn't.
I guarantee he was in on it.
Exactly.
But to catch his ass.
Yep. So anyway,
the whole thing was surreal, man.
It was.
It was funny.
I mean,
it was funny.
As soon as you thought 2021 wasn't going to be off, I mean, that's crazy, man. Like at least 2020, we had a month before Kobe died, and then everything just went kind of side. In fact, Kobe died, and then another month happened after that, and then that's when COVID hit. But 2021, just off the rip, bam.
Well, last year we had that impeachment at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
But they talking about impeaching his ass now.
They need to go ahead and do it, man. This is what I need to tell the whole audience. Tariq Nasheed's been warning us. There's a white woman I saw earlier on Twitter saying the same thing, whose tweet went viral because of it. January 17th through the 20th, Black people, watch out. They're going to be out there trying to do something else. This particular white woman on Twitter said that they're planning on going to the Capitol building again, but this time armed.
Yep.
So Black people, like we said before, just get on out of the way. Get on out of the way, that boy. Get on out of the way.
Special. Hey, you remember that girl who got her ass beat by them Trump supporters?
Oh, which one? The black one?
Yeah, from California.
Oh, yeah.
Because she was just walking through the wrong crowd, right?
Walking through the wrong crowd. Situational awareness. Be mindful where you at.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, she got pepper sprayed down.
Still, there's no excuse for that shit. That was fucked up.
No, it's none.
No, there's no excuse, but this is what these people do, man. That's so. For James and Dale and I, Frico, is like, you forgot you were Black? That's what Paul Money talks about all the time. Oh, you got a wake up call? You don't need a nigga wake up call anymore. What are you watching? You don't watch the news? Like, unless you're Herschel Walker's son, then you should know what's up. And that's a little inside joke for myself and some other people. Have y'all ever seen Herschel Walker's son? Have you ever seen Herschel Walker? Okay, when we're done, I want you to look up Herschel Walker's son on Instagram.
I'm about to do it right now.
Yeah, go ahead and do it. And the funny part is, how all these I don't know if I ever want to be rich and famous, man, because it seems like there's a good chance your son is going to turn out to be just out there, too hard, just too much. It's too much to handle.
So that's just like what's his name? Magic Johnson's son is like that.
No. But at least Magic Johnson's son. He plays for the other team, but he's still a liberal.
Oh, he's got political? I didn't see that part.
Yeah. Herschel Walker's son plays for the other team, and he's a super coon. Super coon.
Oh,
he's saying wild stuff.
He led a Gays for Trump march in West Hollywood.
Yeah, see stuff like that. That's an oxymoron. Gays for Trump.
That's just hilarious.
God damn. So, what Uncle Murder say? You gotta kill them too.
Hey, James, chill. So anyway, the rest of the week went on. I just thought, there's nothing else. Nothing's gonna take this Capitol Hill thing happening. Nothing's gonna take my brain away from that. Ain't nothing that can happen. And then this silly, she's not white. She's Puerto Rican, but she thinks she's white.
She's
these young ladies at a hotel. Okay, let me tell you what happened, Frico. You said these young ladies at a hotel. She loses her phone. She goes and accuses a 14-year-old black child who happens to be the son of a famous jazz musician.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I know what you're talking about now. Yeah, that's
Okay. Okay, so just to make sure the audience is up to speed,
Yeah.
she basically attacks the kid trying to snatch a phone from him. The father has to push her down, push her away. She comes back at him, and she's like, look at the phone. Look at this, my phone. It's gotta be my phone. The hotel security is just trying to bad for him because he doesn't know if she's a part of the hotel. He doesn't know what's going on. He's just like trying to just chill everything out for a second. But I mean, first of all, if you think this kid has your phone, why don't you just ask somebody to call it real quick? And if it rings, it rings. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. And then we move on with our day. She didn't do that. So not only did she not do that, first of all, you're attacking the child. Before I move on to her interview, James, what you gonna do? This chick coming after your son, and his phone in the hotel. Actually, if not, what you gonna do? What your wife gonna do if she's there?
First of all, she's gonna have to worry about my son.
Oh,
there you go.
He ain't about the BS. You know what I'm saying? So just like that kid that tried to pull his pants down in the bathroom, he gave him a black eye. That girl will get the same thing. But for me, and my wife said the same thing. She gives the father mad respect for restraining, not slinging that girl around. You know what I'm saying? And you also got to admit that this kid is a minor, right? Even though he may be a tall kid at 14, still mentally, he's fragile, right? And he's experiencing racism at a young age. You know what I'm saying?
yep.
And so, the kid is explaining to me. I don't know if you heard the video, but he's explaining. He's like, "Are you the only person with an iPhone? Like, this is not your phone." You know what I'm saying? And so for her to insinuate that, that's damaging. But if I was there, nah, she wouldn't tackle my son like that. Because I was thinking the same thing. Call.
James, that brings me back to brings me to a point that I was trying to, or a discussion. So how is this affecting our kids? Are they going to be more open, or are they going to be more inclusive? Sorry, less inclusive.
My son is less inclusive.
Yeah.
And
I mean, you got to protect them.
Yeah. Because you got to understand, like I said, their minds are fragile, right? So I got to teach my kid how to protect himself and how to walk, right?
Yeah.
Because this is a possibility. This is a potential what can happen to you.
It is.
All he's thinking about is these people are mean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I can't have him ever put his guard down. You know what I'm saying? So I said, hey, son, if you just meeting somebody, if you see a group of white people and you never met them before, you never hung out with them before, you got to assume they mean you harm. And so protect yourself. Don't ever be somewhere where you think, okay, oh, these group of people are good, because you just don't know. So he's very less inclusive. And I don't want to, I tell him like, hey, you can't hate, but you got to protect yourself.
Hey, man, last week I would have said that what you just said was extreme, but this week I'm like, yeah.
That Capitol Hill woke you up, huh? You think about getting a gun, aren't you, Freako?
No.
Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
You
I'm disappointed, man. I'm disappointed
because you haven't experienced what us three have experienced.
No, I have not, and I'm disappointed in human beings because of it. Alexa off.
I'm sorry. Wait. I'm confused, Freako. Hold on.
I'm disappointed in white people because of it.
Confused would imply that. See, this is what the problem I have with you saying you're confused. Are you?
Wait, what did I say?
Are you a student of history?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. What about anything that white supremacy has been about and throughout the history of humanity would confuse you now?
Listen, no, I'm a realist. I'm just saying it's disappointing to sometimes see the reality.
Okay, I guess I can understand that.
And
Well, I mean, I see what
your
you're
fellow human beings, man. Like you expect them to be better or like.
See, that's what I don't understand.
Well, no, I grew up with,
What they
good
do.
people. I grew up with good people, so that's what I expect the world to be.
Well,
Go ahead, Dan.
Go ahead, Daniel. Captain
everybody's,
Optimism
you gotta
Part 2.
understand, everybody's not good. That's the thing. You grew up around people you know because you know they're good. You like, you know, you might see somebody else, you can't assume if they're good or bad. It's like you're saying, you don't never
Yeah,
know.
of course, no, on a base level, yes. But I'm talking about in
Yeah.
terms of the people that went and sat on Pelosi's chair with their feet on the table, and that went after the Black Caucus's rooms.
That's they
I
specific
couldn't believe
Black
that.
Caucus's rooms.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't believe that that was actually happening, and I was
Well,
disappointed.
that's always been there. It's just that now they have somebody that's stoking that fire. It's always been there. You know, stuff
Yeah,
doesn't just
it's
come
always
out of
been there.
nowhere.
But it's you know what? It's okay to still be disappointed that it's still there.
So your word of disappointed is it doesn't sit with us because we're not disappointed. It's just a reality for us, right? I'll put it to you for somebody put it to me very, very bluntly, right? If me and you walked in an Italian restaurant and we sat down, right, in a table with all white people, right? You will be fine. I will be uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'd be fine because I would be fine.
Yeah, you will be fine. But we will be
I would
uncomfortable.
be uncomfortable for you if you were uncomfortable.
That's the point I'm about to get at. Now I said, now you will feel uncomfortable for me because you know that there's a good chance that there's racism I'm looking at across the table.
That's all the time. That's ever since I was a kid.
Exactly. So we're not disappointed in what happened because it's just every day for us.
And Frico, a big reason why I'm disheartened by you saying disappointed is I don't want you to feel that way. I feel like that means you're getting caught off guard by this stuff. And I don't want any of my friends to be caught off guard.
Believe me when I say I'm not caught off guard. I understand the realities. Sorry. I understand the reality of the situation. I just hope things would get better, you know, and it just seems like they're getting.
Oh, but see, dude,
I'm not being naive. I'm just saying.
Hey man, tell them hoes to chill, Frico. You got enough dick for everybody. Tell them to chill. But see,
what I'm saying is, I'm not saying I'm naive, man. I'm not trying to like even give you the impression that I'm naive, because I'm not. But I am disappointed.
Are you like?
Frico, tell him to calm down. Was it that good? Dang. He gave it a long strokes.
Yeah, my bad. No, it was just I know you don't like it when I say I'm disappointed because it's been the reality forever. But what I'm saying is
Man, go and mute your phone and find out who that is.
Man, you don't ate that carpet good, man.
Yeah, that was. I'll call you back. Bye.
Dang, Frico, put it on her. Good, all right, Frico.
One second. I'll call you back.
Wait. Oh, that's his kid. Okay, that's his kid.
I'm back.
No, it's all good. We didn't know.
I'm gonna mute you then, Frico.
Yeah, put him on mute. So go ahead, Daniel. Go ahead.
I want to say I figure he's not using the right word. I want to say he's maybe in disbelief of the events is maybe what he's trying to say. Not disappointed, but like maybe he's to the point where it's like, oh man, I can't believe, you know, because this whole incident has shaken a lot of people. Like
Look what Matt put in the group chat.
I put that. I told y'all that. I can't talk about it. Damn.
Yeah, don't talk about it.
I told you that weeks ago.
Don't talk about it. Don't talk about it. Keep going, Daniel. My bad. Keep going. My bad.
Yeah, I want to say he's just in disbelief of all the events that's happening, which is, you see it from time to time, but now I guess you could say it's on a national level, and now you have no choice but to see this happen and compare the two things. So I want to say he's maybe in disbelief instead of he can't. It's like this is just so shocking, or you get what I'm saying?
Okay, but these are the
They've been this way the whole existence.
these are the things that need to happen in order for the world to become what he wants to become. We got to expunge all the races. We got to flush them out. And that's what this week did. It is flushing them out, is putting them really, really, really on blast. That's why I wasn't disappointed. It just seems to me like another step seeing everything the way it really is. Like the veil, you can't put the veil over what you saw on Capitol Hill the other day. You can't you can't hide it, you can't sugarcoat it. That was some foul stuff. But the reason why I get disappointed when he says he's disappointed is because I don't think he's looking at it from the full view of what this is going to lead to. So that was my thing. Like, understand, these things have to happen. Yes, the racists got to come out and do something crazy, which they're going to try to do, which is why we all bought weapons over the summertime, multiple, because we knew this. That's the thing. We knew this was coming.
Matter of fact, they're not gonna call me back if they ain't got enough people with it.
What do you mean?
Well, hold on. Let me address this for you, man. let me address this for you, right?
Go ahead. Do what you got to do.
How many years you do?
Huh?
How many
I
years?
did 10. I got my 8. I did my 8. I did.
Okay. Did on your DD-214, you need to look at this little section on top that says IRR. It should say 0.
No. I'm completely done.
It says 000.
Oh, I'm completely now. See, in the reserve, they don't give you all that. They just give you a little memo.
Did you do 10? You did 10 years active?
I did active and then did reserve. So I finished my active, did 6 reserve. And they don't give you a DD-214. They give you just a copy of orders saying that you're completed and you're
the National
done.
Guard or the reserves are different. You're right. So you did looking at DD-214 because you should be good. If it's not, if it's 000 in IRR, then you're fine.
I was about to say, because I was like, man, they better not pull me out just to go back up there.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So you're good, but you should be good. If you pass your 10-year mark and you did your time, you're not in there now, are you?
Nah.
Okay, then you should be good, man. No worries, man.
I was talking about all 50 states out here.
Capitol Hill guarding it down, so.
I'm gonna be out there with an M4, man.
Oh.
Now I don't know how we got back on this subject. We were on that crazy Puerto Rican chick that hemmed up the little boy. So okay, here's what I was gonna get to next. She goes on an interview, and this showed me this wasn't disappointing to me. This was like, dang, some of y'all racists are really that racist and crazy that you don't know how racist you really are. Because she goes on the interview with Gayle King, and she's not agreeing with Gayle. She's not taking the L. She's not understanding that you can't put your hands on a 14-year-old kid. You should be, and if you did, in front of the cameras, have enough sense to apologize. Have you ever seen someone on national TV get shushed by their lawyer? You never see that because everybody has common sense to say, all right, let me fall back. I'm on national TV. I got to take the L right now.
She didn't get no kind of prep for that interview. They just let her.
No. I think she got prep. That's why the lawyer's right there. She's just hard-headed. That's all. She's hard to tell.
I think the lawyer was there only because when he was prepping her, she was being hard-headed.
Is that? The lawyer like, I can't leave your side. You about to say something real stupid.
Real stupid. It just goes to show you, right? And this is something that I didn't know, man. I was doing a racial disparity within the government, right? And we found out that, of course, whites get promoted more, whites get the better positions and all this other stuff. And so it was a really big problem. But what the study showed was, the second group that was had the highest level of racism towards African Americans, Hispanics. It was, and to me, I was like, man, really? I would thought it'd been like Asian or nope, it's Hispanics. And so this right here didn't surprise me. Once I learned that, I was like, nah, they think about us the same way white people do. You know what I'm saying? But to me, it was this. To me, she was racist, but it's beyond that. When you shush a grown up, like you know, what I'm saying, like I tell my kids, man, if I ever see you do some shit like that, it's being blatantly disrespectful. When you get back around me, you gonna have a problem. You know what I'm saying? But that's how she was raised. I mean, she gonna be like, shh, shh. I know Gail D was gonna reach through that damn screen and beat the brakes off that bitch.
No, Gail was just like, yeah, and I don't even like Gail, F Gail, like Snoop said.
Yeah.
She's what Snoop said. I'm not gonna repeat it. But
Like you gonna talk about Harvey Weinstein, but you're gonna bash Kobe like that after he died.
Exactly. So I don't mess with Gail. But that was funny to me, boy. That racism will have you out there and looking like insane, like those people looked on Capitol Hill. So
you know what was funny about this?
Anything? What's up?
There's there's a symposium going on called Black Lens that's coming up, and there was this white lady talking about it, and she made a really good point. She said she doesn't understand how racism lasted this long. That's what her whole thing was, right? But then she said it is almost as if we hung around them too long, and that they never liked us, but we was just always around, you know. And it's like that person who was just like you can't stand working with them, but they're just always there when you go to work. You know what I'm saying? He like, man, just get away from me. You know what I'm saying? Because you're toxic. And so that's what we're experiencing. And so she said something very interesting. She said, the only way that you're going to fix this country and this racism is to have a black president, a black vice president, a black speaker of the House, a black representative, and half of the Congress and Senate is black. So that they can understand these conversations that are being had, because white people just can't understand them. Right? And she said, if you take all your votes away, she said, you know what would scare white people the most? If y'all just stop voting, if y'all just took yourself away from the institution, they would get together and be like, what's going on? Why didn't they show up for this? You see what I'm saying? Hold on, my bad, Rico. I got you.
My bad. I did not eat diarrhea, so
yeah, Rico on timeout.
You got to send a message there or something.
Exactly, you should have.
Hit me up on a text or something, man.
I was wondering why he didn't chime in.
What's this app that you have that's doing all this stuff?
It's not.
Oh, you're still on the phone. Okay. So yeah, so you know, it was interesting for a white lady to say that. She kind of reminded me of the lady Janet. Forgot her name.
Jane Elliott,
who'd be on YouTube all the time talking to white people. You know what I'm saying? But she made a good point. She was like, if you guys pulled away, they would be scared. They were wondering what's going on. Have they finally just got had enough of us to say that we're not just going to mess with them no more? And she says, you have to really look at them and analyze what they're doing. Like when Biden said, you're not black if you don't vote for me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are you really saying? Like you ain't been black a day in your life. So how the hell you want to say some shit like that? But if you didn't,
and to further your point, James, guess how many of my Asian brethren vote?
Oh, she talked about that too. They're the lowest population.
Guess how many of my take a wild guess, percentage wise, Daniel. What percentage of Asians vote?
8.
Something like that, exactly. Somewhere, something really, really low. I don't know off the top of my head, but I do know this with my Asian wife. A lot of her mom's friends and people from the church and all, they don't vote. They don't. No, that's a waste of time. We are together economically. That's all that really matters, and they know that. So James, I think James is right, because a lot of black people look at voting as the end all be all. But see, what happens is, even if you have president, vice president, secretary of state, head of the Senate, head of the Congress, half of whatever, how many of those are going to be coons, James?
You know, you're right. That's a chance that we take, unless we breed them on our own to come from our own communities. But again,
because the coons have not gotten their wake up call yet.
No, they haven't. But think about it like this: say we didn't vote and Biden didn't win, right? Now he has to look at it and say, okay, we really got to find out what's wrong with the black community.
All right, kids. I love you so much.
You want to mute yourself?
Can't wait to see you.
Man, just mute him, man. Mute him.
You don't mute yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? But then again, if you think about it like that, you know, we done gave him such a critical blow now that he couldn't win because we's like, no, we ain't listening to you. Because she made a very good point. She said he went right there after he won the election and had that Zoom meeting everybody heard about and basically told him, fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? And he said he still voted for him. He says, regardless you're putting a white man in office, regardless you haven't got anything you needed in all these times of all these elections, she said, why don't y'all just hold y'all vote?
I think that's a possibility in 2024 because I do agree we need to get that fool out of. I mean, and what happened at Capitol Hill the other day was exactly why we had to get that fool out of office.
Yeah.
Because imagine this. Excuse me. Imagine had he not won the presidency, there's still imagine had he won, excuse me, there's still a chance he goes out there and incites some kind of riot at the Capitol Hill because he lost the Congress and the Senate. There's still a chance of that happening just because he knows he's not going to be in full control. So I'm getting Trump up out of there. But 2024, unless Biden, because there's not going to be any more Trumps coming up against Biden. They're not going to let any more outsiders work their way in for a while. I guarantee you that. But I personally am holding my vote unless I know that Biden and Kamala are doing something specifically for Black people. And I don't want it to be some umbrella healthcare thing. The healthcare was great. It did help out a lot of Black people in totality. However, I want something specifically for us and not just this umbrella thing, because you do it for all other groups. You did it for Jews, you did it for Latinos, you did it for gays, you do it for Native Americans. It's our turn. If you don't give us what we deserve, and we got your butt in the office this time. That's very clear and evident now. So now, 2024, you don't come correct. And I'm going to advise all my friends not to vote at that scam. I'm like, for real, all my Black friends, hey, don't, this is the one we can stay out. We ain't got to worry about no crazy Trump. This is the one where you got to, because sometimes you got to use your leverage. That's all about is leverage.
I agree with you 100%. Kamala Harris, you better talk some sense into him. You better tell him stop fucking around.
Or you going to be the next one-term president.
Yep.
So a piece of news here. This kind of plays into what you guys were talking about. Bill Belichick is not going to the White House.
Good.
And he represents like Boston, like white.
We know he's a Trump supporter.
Wait, what? Wait, what do you mean he's not going to the White House? He didn't win anyway. He's out. They didn't make it to the playoffs. Why would
No, he was going to get the Presidential Medal of Freedom from Trump.
Yeah.
Oh, he decided not to?
Oh, okay.
He's like, no, I'll take. I was like, I'm not. You know what? I'll pass. I was surprised by that.
Belichick has never been on that team Republican like that, I don't think.
But then at the same time, he got to think about his career too. Like to accept that medal probably ruin his career.
I mean, he's got enough footing in the game. It doesn't matter, to be honest with you. But at the same time, because Daniel doesn't do sports, y'all. But this is a coach, Daniel. This isn't actually a player.
Oh.
See, I knew he didn't.
Of the
Well, just...
Well, the one time he tried to put his toe in the water.
He was right. He was right either way. This was just
so this is a well-established coach, Daniel. He's the coach of the Patriots. So I mean, he could have done what he really wanted to do. But I mean, Trump, you are toxic right now. Ain't nobody trying to touch you with a 10.
Nobody fucking with
Everybody
Trump.
know you toxic, homie.
Everybody.
So you know what I mean?
What they call
I'm
it?
not gonna say.
They canceled his ownership at the resort. Took his name off the shit and everything.
Get him. Yeah, that was too much, man. So moving on, the playoffs did start. Was there anything else? Actually, let's go ahead and do sports. It was a big week in sports. Playoffs came around, and I did not expect this to be the lead. What I expected to be the lead was what game was that happened Saturday? I think the Bills against somebody, because that was a pretty good
Buccaneers and The Buccaneers won in Washington.
No, not yeah. I mean, that was kind of that. I heard the Washington quarterback was doing pretty good. So,
Exactly.
but that didn't end up being the highlight of the weekend. The highlight of the weekend ended up being Pittsburgh taking that super L. Good God! And Ben Roethlisberger.
Called it last week.
Huh?
What do you want to call it last week?
Yeah, oh, you did pick Cleveland. Roethlisberger, sit your butt down. And this was not on Tomlin. This was not on the defense. This was not on anybody else but Roethlisberger. Actually, and Pouncey, because he did mess him up with that first snap. That changed the whole game, probably the momentum, the feel of it. But yeah, what you guys think of that game is I know it wasn't what any of us were expecting, but once the momentum started,
And, I thought that's what was going to happen. I thought that
Yeah,
Cleveland started playing good late. They started playing really good late.
Mm-hmm.
And Pittsburgh started losing late. And that's what happens. You know what I'm saying?
Cleveland put up 28 points in the first quarter. That's what was crazy to me.
Off of 3 turnovers, though, Frico. He was just won by our UNC rude boy, MJ Stewart.
Okay, I respect it.
The second, the one-handed one, he went to Carolina.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Thank you. What Dookie's played in that game? Okay, so another game that happened. What'd you say? What?
We play basketball.
I couldn't tell the other night when LaMelo put the beat down on y'all, but anyway, because y'all are the Duke Pelicans or the New Orleans Blue Devils.
Okay, first of all, Ken, I'm gonna okay.
Say what you gotta say, Frico. Say what you gotta say.
Maybe 7, maybe like in June or July. You're like, LaMelo, he's doo-doo, he's garbage, blah, blah,
No.
Go back to the tape. Go back to the tape, Ken.
No. Cut that mess out. James, put this fool in check. We're not playing that mess.
It's recorded.
Oh, no.
Dude, I never said that. What are you talking about? I never said that.
He never said it. If anybody said it, it probably was me. But I never said he was doo-doo. I just said I never seen the dude play in the NBA, so I'm gonna be reserved until I see what he can do.
Both of you guys had issues with his shot, with his form on the J, and you said that he can't maintain that in the NBA. It's all on tape, man.
Then go find it. I don't believe that, so go find the tape and then play it for me.
I'll play it in front of the world.
Yeah, please do. Please do.
This is my take on Melo, right? And I've put him in a couple of my FanDuel lineups. He's a gifted kid, but it's still way too early to say if he's going to be good or not, right? And the NBA is kind of what you call it, funny right now with this COVID thing. Hold on. We got our other brother coming in, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Mitchell.
Mike, what's up?
What up?
What's
What's
Mike?
good? What's good?
Not much, man. We chilling. Talking about LaMelo. These dudes still hating, Micah.
I don't know nothing about no Melo.
Exactly.
Hey, man,
Well, no, that's because I don't watch NBA.
We just want some.
Oh, that's why. So, ladies and gentlemen, Micah Mitchell, go ahead and give the people a brief little synopsis of, who you are, where you live, all that kind of stuff.
Name Mike Easy for Sheezy and Heezy, please believe me, baby.
Yeah. There he is.
Micah Mitchell, currently reside in Atlanta, Georgia. Originally from the Bull City, Durham, NC, Parkwood.
There you go.
IT, I'm in IT, software support, software deployment. So
that's what's up, man. So
yeah.
Good to see
Hold
you.
on, let's take a break right quick, man.
Me too, man.
Let's get the brother's take on what happened in Capitol Hill, man.
Oh man.
Oh yeah. Before we
y'all
move on
starting
to
out with rapid fire, huh?
Man,
I mean, we already discussed it, but
okay.
you give what'd you think on it?
It was horrible, man. It's still hard to fathom what really happened. It's happened in the United States of America. And then, once that sets in, then it's like, how could it happen? Why is it happening? Who's responsible? So, I mean, as days go on, I want to see, if people are brought to justice, brought to task, because there were a lot of failures on, from police to senators to the highest office in the U.S. So, I mean, a lot of people need to take accountability. So we're going to see if that accountability really happens, because we know there was a failure, massive failure. So,
oh yeah.
Did you see the text that Matt put in the group chat?
Oh yeah, I had seen that. Somebody had sent me that like a couple of days ago, so I knew
Okay.
that. Oh, Chandra had sent me a text about that, so I knew they were planning something. So I was already on alert. But when she sent it to me, I was a little paranoid, boy, keeping that thing on me. I was like, yeah.
Oh, that's what I was just about to ask. Mike, do you own a firearm as well?
Oh, I have a couple of firearms. Actually, I was cleaning my AR this Saturday.
You had to get cleaned
Yeah,
on
get it
Betsy?
cleaned up. Yeah, I get it cleaned
But
up.
she may have to go to the dance, huh?
Oh yeah, gotta get ready.
A brother that cleans his weapon.
Oh yeah, you're supposed to clean it every time, every use. That's what they told me. And even at the range, when you take it to the range, you're supposed to clean it. So
some people gonna be out there, man.
Man, I cleaned that gun with Daniel one time. That mess is hard, man.
no, it's not.
I need to do it some more. I gotta get used to it. It's repetition.
Yeah, just break it down, clean it, put it back together. It's fun. Like, you know what I'm saying? I almost got a relationship with my baby. You know what I mean?
It is fun. It is fun.
What's
Rico, don't worry. Anything goes down, we'll come down and save you before it's too late.
No, what's the AR's name?
I ain't got a name for you yet. That's a good. I have to name her. I'll let you know.
All right.
She's pretty though. I know that.
You gotta come up with a name. You know the name of mine, right, Frico?
What is it?
Nino Brown and Dutta Man.
New Jack.
My what's it called though? My 40 though. That's John Henry.
I like that.
That's John Henry, boy.
Going down that thunder.
Hammer.
She's powerful, boy. Woo!
Got the hammer.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let's keep it moving. Let's get his take on this. What you call it? This chick that tackled a boy.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah,
Oh, in New York.
Yeah, that one.
Oh yeah, she's crazy though. She's crazy. So you know what I mean. The thing about it is, I think that the father handled it really well. Like, you know what I'm saying? I love the way he handled that. You know what I'm saying? And I think she ran it. We couldn't see everything, but like she tried to run up on his son. He threw her down. Like, you're not supposed to hit women, do anything, but in certain cases, you know what I'm saying, you got to defend your child. So yeah, he handled that right. And it turns out she's got issues. Like, you can tell, just listen to the interview, her past. So, you know what I'm saying? That's just one of them unfortunate situations. It could have gone a lot worse. Like, that's why I say I like the way he handled it, because some people would have even taken it further. You know what I mean? But
yeah, Frico wanted to give her the business when he first saw her. Frico.
Oh yeah, I mean, and a lot of people would have. Like, you gonna come up crazy?
No. That's not the business I'm talking about.
Oh no. No, crazy boy. All right, you gonna learn. I done mess with some crazy girls, so I know.
No, that was not me, Ken.
I believe that. I believe that too. I believe that.
Look, he was throwing little innuendos last week, like, she don't look that bad.
She's not a bad looking woman, but that crazy.
But once you're that crazy, that takes you from about an 8 to about a 5.
Yep. No, 3.
-5.
You could be 22 and talk to a woman like this and shush her on TV.
I know, exactly.
Yeah, that's disrespectful, actually.
But you know what they say about the crazy ones, though.
I know, but I ain't gonna find out.
It ain't worth it, man.
Yeah, it's not. It ain't worth it.
So Frico, I'm sorry, man. Don't do it.
I was never gonna do it, man. She's nuts. She's insane. I get it now. I understand.
What did y'all say about that situation?
Essentially, just my thought on it was your racism has blinded you so much that you just become beyond irrational. Like the way you like sometimes you're so engulfed in it and privilege and racism that number one, you don't even realize how racist you are. And number two, your privilege is just, it's just taking you to a different place. Now, I didn't know about her background or anything. So Mike what's the background on this chick?
Her and her mom had gotten arrested, I believe, before for an incident at a hotel, disorderly conduct.
Exactly.
So she's got anger issues or something, or just, like you said, that privilege, feel like she can do whatever she wants. So
she may be bipolar, real.
Yeah, that's why I think something just didn't seem right about her in that interview. So
yeah. And then that's not an excuse, James. James shook his head. That's not an excuse. That's just like to be on national TV, try to shush the person that's interviewing you. It's a little crazy, man.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell right away.
She needs mental help, man. She needs mental help.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
After she served her time or whatever.
Yep.
You know, I was, you know, like I told them, like I said, you know, my kids are growing up to have this distance with white people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they keep seeing these incidents, right? And so you try to tell them, you know, you don't want to have hate in your heart, but you got to protect yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, we had this conversation with Frico that, you know, he was disappointed, but I said, hey, this is the reality that we live in. You know what I mean? Like if I know you the same way I am. If I'm walking down the street and I see a group of white guys, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna think twice because I'm like, yo, I don't know these guys, so but there's a good chance they're racist, right? They may not be, but we don't know, and we can't take that chance, right? So you know, but unfortunately, my son is growing up that way. You know what I'm saying? Because he sees these things on the news and the feed, and he's like, why they keep doing that to us? You know what I mean? You know, but you got to tell them like, hey, this is the reality of the world we live in. So that's kind of how I had to take it, you know, for my kids. I can't tell him, you know, oh no, don't worry about that because he get his head knocked off and not, you know, protecting himself. Then that's on me. So
yeah, that's a fucked up conversation that I usually don't have to have with my kids, but that you guys do. It's ridiculous.
Devil's advocate, James. Devil's advocate. You said if you see a group, you may see a group of Caucasian males walking down the street, and you gotta be wary. What if you see a group of brothers walking down the street, coming towards you, pants sagging, all that kind of stuff? You weary too?
no, not as much because I talk their language. You see what I'm saying?
I was
And
about to say that's a cap.
well,
You know what? I need to get a hat and just go and put it on every time I see somebody.
look, this is the honest truth. It's not capping because we were that group of kids and we had no intention of harming nobody.
But a lot of people looked at us and was like, what they doing? What's going on?
You know, a lot of people look at us like that, right? But I ran into a bunch of kids who look like they're about to do something. You get to talking to them, man, and these guys are mathematicians. We don't really have much hate. Now, that does go for saying, I'm gonna know where the fuck I'm at. You know what I'm saying? If I'm in Chicago somewhere and I'm in the wrong area in Chicago, yeah, I'm gonna be a little apprehensive. But that's with anybody in any city. But if I'm
Jesse Smollett, he just walked down the street and get his like it ain't nothing.
Again, it's a situational awareness. But no matter where I'm at in the world, if I see a group of white people, I'm always like, you know, what are they up to? You know what I'm saying? Because you get them from the richest parts of the world to the slummiest parts of the world, they all the same. You know what I mean? So
Ohio State's running back just went down.
Not good. Not good.
They weren't gonna win anyway.
It's 0-0. It's early. You never know. It's early. But yeah, go ahead. Who y'all want on this game before we start talking about LaMelo again? We got Alabama, Ohio State.
Alabama.
Yeah, I got Bama.
You got James.
I'm in Ohio, man, so I'm gonna take the Buckeye.
Okay. And I got real tight family I'm with in Ohio, so I'm rooting for the Buckeyes, but I expect Alabama to pull it out, to be honest with you.
I don't like Alabama anyway, man. I can't stand
Buckeyes. Now back to this
like
LaMelo conversation. Let me go and tell y'all something, man.
Go and tell me. Let me hear.
You said he was doo-doo, bro.
Let me hear. He's a nation.
No, I never. Micah, did I ever say when I found out? Whoa! You chill. Fall back, Frico.
No,
Micah, when we draft, when we found out we were drafting LaMelo Ball, what did I say? Did I talk
like that? Yeah.
Thank you.
I never heard him say that, Frico. I never heard him say that on the thing.
I didn't talk bad junk about him because I didn't even know his game like that.
It was
but now that I've seen his game, let me tell y'all something. The boy is the truth. There's a reason why Dwayne Wade came out early, said he's the truth. There's a reason why LeBron James already said he's the truth. Those are hoopers.
And that's why he got drafted so high without playing any college basketball. Like people
exactly.
knew. Because that was my thing. Like, is he really that nice? He not play against the same competition.
Remember we had this conversation, guys, about him being like having the Euro experience.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
I mean, that was me. I'm reserved on the kid until he gets a little deeper into the season. But I don't think none of us ever said he sucked. You
No,
know?
nobody said that.
I'm obviously exaggerating to talk shit, but seriously,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
However, here's what I want to say about him now. He is the truth. I don't know if he's going to lead us to a championship one day, but I will say this about the dude: we will not be the same franchise. The franchise we were before he came, we're not going to be the same. Like especially once people can go to games again. This dude ask Micah. This dude makes you want to watch the Charlotte Hornets play basketball.
That actually made me try to watch their games because I wouldn't.
Exactly. I watch games when this dude plays.
Are you a playoff team with him?
Yes, because of him and Gordon Hayward. We are in the East.
The East is weak.
Exactly. But he asked the question, are we a playoff team? In the East, yes.
Gordon Hayward is balling. And I like
he's playing good right now. He could get hurt anytime.
So,
definitely. He could definitely get hurt, but I don't want that to happen to the man. But I'm telling you, when Melo comes into the game, the vibe just changes, man. The dude is bouncy. He's passing to the guy that you don't. Jay, you know basketball. We don't get impressed by the guy that makes the pass that we can see. When you're watching a basketball game on TV, you're always impressed by the guy that makes the pass that you couldn't even see coming.
Mm-hmm.
That a lot. He'll be going down the lane,
you're
flicking with his left across the court, huh?
He's the next Magic Johnson.
I'm not going to call him the next anybody. I'm just saying.
But he's exciting though. He's must see TV.
This dude is dip. And someone compared him to Magic Johnson and Jason Kidd, and they said this about him. They said that there's some guys that play with a joy and an excitement playing basketball. And that person was like, that's what he has in common with Magic. It's not about necessarily, obviously he can pass, he can dribble, he needs to work on the shot, obviously, but he shooting like 38% from threes. Nobody expected that. So I just want to put it out there. A few years ago, dudes were hating on Curry. Oh, he ain't gonna be nothing in the NBA, blah, blah, blah. That's Micah. I was like, you crazy.
There was a lot of people who were thinking he should have been number one pick too.
Who, LaMelo?
No, Curry.
Oh, okay. I didn't even realize that. James Wiseman is crazy too, though. So I don't necessarily think you have to pick LaMelo over James Wiseman because that dude be doing crazy stuff too.
That dude's nice, man.
And Golden State, what did we say, Frico? What did we say?
I told you.
What did we say?
That boy Curry.
Once Draymond got back,
he's good.
Things got different.
They look good. They look really good.
Man,
they have no chance of being the Lakers.
Also, you call LaMelo Duda though. I'm gonna make that point again.
Yeah, okay. They have no chance of being the Lakers, but
Micah, you want to laugh? I know you want to laugh, Micah.
But I like what I'm seeing. And in football, let's go ahead and look at these matchups for next weekend. Did anybody even watch the football games like that weekend?
Okay. I was actually watching the game because I was hating.
What'd you see, Micah? What'd you see that caught your eye?
No, I was just watching the game because I was hating my boy Sean. Talking a whole bunch of junk. He a Redskins fan, so I wanted them to lose. But Tampa Bay's offense looked good. Their offense looked really good. Defense is a little suspect, but Brady, he has some good passes. Like he has zip on the ball. He was getting it to receivers. The offensive line held up. Like he had plenty of time in the pocket. So offensively, they look good. Tampa. I mean, they got an offense that could be anybody. It's just whether their defense can hold up. So, and then what other games did I watch?
He looked nice though.
He did. He looked like the
old
nice. Yeah. But
who was nice, James? I didn't hear you.
In that game, he was like he earned.
Yeah, he's got a lot of good.
Who? I didn't hear you. Who'd you say?
The Washington quarterback. I forgot his name.
Oh, Heineke.
Heineke. Yeah.
You know he played for Carolina before, right, Mike?
Yeah, I know his punk butt. And you know he a Trumper too.
Oh, he's a Trumper?
Yeah, that came out that game. He tried to delete his Twitter, like no one found out. Deleted his Twitter account. He was like a lot of posts. Yeah, exactly. He was like a lot of posts about
that's why they lost.
The Black Lives Matter and all this stuff. So
like right before
he's one of those. He needs to be careful out there in DC then.
Yeah. So yeah, he got
actually
exposed.
Gentrification is taking his hold on DC too.
But no, he balled out. I ain't gonna lie. All that aside, he balled out. But he was good for Carolina. He got injured though. That was the thing. Like when he came in and filled in for Cam a couple games. But yeah, he balled out.
So do we think the Buccaneers have any chance of beating the Saints at New
Yeah.
Orleans?
Yeah, because the home field doesn't matter really like that anymore. So it's not
Mm.
the same, home field
Point.
advantage. But they
point.
could beat them. It just depends. That
Yes,
defense, man. But it's gonna be, we'll see. They got a chance though.
I don't know. The Saints be busting their ass every time they play them.
They do, but they have a chance. Like, it can happen. Not like no way in hell I give them a chance. So
See, and the reason why they be busting their ass, it's a bad matchup because New Orleans really, really, really stops the run, and whatchamacallit, Tampa Bay, they want to run somewhat. They don't mind throwing it all the time, but they do like to run it a little bit to keep the balance. So if New Orleans knows you're not going to run it all, they may have a hard time dealing with the pressure that New Orleans defense can put on.
Yeah, they get that
Especially
pressure on
since
Brady.
Tom Brady can't move around.
Yeah,
That's
it's
another
over.
thing. He can't.
Yeah.
If you get to him, you get to him.
3 or 4 Pro Bowl receivers. You got Chris Godwin coming in off.
Yeah.
Hey, what's his name from Redskins with Chase Young? What's the dude? Is a beast?
Yeah.
Yeah, they shut him down. He was like, he ain't do nothing. So
I'm just saying, like, they gave Brady all the tools that he needs.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, the Saints
Definitely. He has no excuses.
3 or 4 wide receivers that are all, like Pro Bowlers.
But
yeah,
the Saints are one of the most active blitz teams in the league.
yeah, that's gonna be the problem. Well,
But he's gonna tear that up though.
if they get to him though, if they can get to him. Yeah.
You know how Brady is pressure, man.
I wouldn't blitz. No, he doesn't deal well with pressure from the front four. But if you blitz him, he will kill you.
Yeah, he'll find out where it's coming from.
Godwin on the quick slant, that's all day. All day.
I wouldn't blitz him like that. I let my front four take care of it.
That's how they play the Saints.
That's how they play? Okay, that's how they play. That's how they play.
He took interceptions last time they played them, so obviously it bothered him.
Do the Rams have any chance of beating the Packers? Or can we just move on?
Yeah, move on. They gonna whoop their ass.
Yeah.
I think they have a chance.
I think they have a chance too.
That defense nasty, so
Yeah.
he got a nasty
Yeah.
defense. Yeah, he got a chance.
Right now,
I didn't think they would that game last a few days back would put up 50 points. It was like 30-20.
See, matchups, James, you got Jalen Ramsey's going to be all over Devontae Adams. The key is, can Aaron Donald and them stop the running game? That's going to be the key. This is not going to be a Devontae Adams game. This is going to be Aaron Jones, Tanyan, that kind of game. So I
think they can stop. I'm more worried about Adams than I think Devontae Jones. I think all those guys stop him. They're gonna stop the run. He's just too much of a beast.
Touchdown Ohio State.
told you.
Mm.
Yeah, they didn't look super trash last week. They
look good. They look great last week.
I know, right? That's why I said you got to give them a little shot, just because they
Yeah, true.
just a little shot.
Alabama does it sometimes, man. They be choking in the national championship sometimes.
Wait, it's 7-7 now?
Yeah, 7-7. 7-7.
Well, let's move on.
I'm gonna save the game of the week for last. This next game, it could be the game of the week too. Browns against the Chiefs. Do the Browns have a shot?
They need to keep their coach in quarantine. They'll be all right.
I know, right? That's crazy that the special,
Tell him he can't come back.
That was Ben Roethlisberger giving up all those goodies. I could have called the plays if you give me 4 turnovers.
Well, the thing is, that could probably defensive scheme though. Whoever that was, boy, they had Ben seeing all types of. I mean, some of them were bad breaks, but he was throwing stuff. I'm like, really, Ben? What you looking at?
I think the defensive coordinator stayed the same though, right? I thought it was just Kevin Stefanski and some other people on the offense that were missing. I didn't know it was the defensive coordinator too.
No, I'm talking about as far as that scheme that had Ben Roethlisberger looking garbage out there.
Whoever
did that, you know what I'm saying?
Is it going to be effective against Pat Mahomes?
Doubt that very seriously.
Not really.
Yeah, that's cool, but the Chiefs defense isn't that impressive. People be scoring on their asses.
And you can run on them, son.
Yeah, the Panthers went toe to toe with them, so yeah, that's true.
That's true. Kareem Hunt gonna be showing his ass off.
Nick
Oh yeah, he
Chubb.
mad. I forgot about that.
He's gonna be this is a revenge game for him.
Yeah.
Wait, so he got traded
They got a
in
running
bad?
back combo, man. That's crazy, man. With Chubbs and Hunt. So
Yeah. Did y'all see that picture? My bad, Frico. Go ahead, Frico. My bad.
No, I'm sorry. Did Hunt get traded in a bad way? Like, was it negative?
Yeah, because he stomped out some white chick in the hotel. That's why he got. You
Yeah,
remember that?
That was what it was. Oh yeah, that was horrible.
Yeah, remember that?
That was a bad look.
I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
that was. They had you on camera, dog.
But what's it called? Did something too though. But I
Oh,
guess
yeah,
it wasn't bad though.
Who?
Cheetah. Remember Cheetah got hemmed up with his girl. It was a bad look for him too.
But I think she chilled.
Mm.
So in domestic disputes like that, it's up to the victim to come forward and press charges. And I don't think she ever did. I think
okay.
it came out that he actually did something. But I think it'll be a good game.
Yeah. Based on that, I'm all Chiefs. All Chiefs.
You got all Chiefs, Frico.
Chiefs.
Yeah.
And then we got the game of the week, the Ravens and the Bills. I say this is the game of the week because this is just exciting, man. Whoever's got the ball, Josh Allen and to Diggs or Lamar Jackson on the other side with that running game, this is going to be a goodie. Saturday night, 8 o'clock.
Mm.
Oh, it's going to be so hard not to drink until February 28th. I forgot about the Super Bowl too, Mike. I was like, dang it, I picked the wrong.
That's like that every year. Usually the Super Bowl is my day when I drink.
When you get back into it.
Yeah, but this year.
Hey, can you do a 2-month break?
I'm doing a 2-month break, homie.
Okay. Usually people take February just because it's like less days and it's 1 month.
No, I'm trying to. I need to detox. Holidays were too good. Y'all saw that.
It's a rock. It's a rock boy.
Understood, man.
All of a sudden, y'all got the Ravens or the Bills. What's popping?
Mm.
I got the Bills, man.
Okay. I don't know who to pick on this one. Who you got?
Yeah,
Frico?
that's a toss up.
It is. Frico wants to say Baltimore because he lived there before.
No. So Zach Moss got hurt, or he's got something.
He's not good anyway. So what?
So they're gonna have to rely on Devin Singletary as like their main dude, running back.
But you acting like Moss was really doing something. Moss was.
He was another chess piece, right? But my point is, he's a chess.
But
piece.
you know who they got? You know who they got that's going to step in from Moss? Antonio Williams. We everywhere. Yes, Carolina, Antonio Williams. Yes. Why? And he'll get a touchdown. Mark my words.
I'm impressed by Buffalo, man. I wouldn't be surprised.
James, what you saying over there? You got all that hate in your mouth. We couldn't understand you.
You probably get 3 fumbles. Shit.
Hater.
Can any Duke player spell NFL? I'm just curious.
Play basketball. I told you earlier.
Besides Jameson Crowder, that's the only way. Y'all got one dude in the league.
We got 2 dudes in the league. The other one sucked. He played for my team.
Remember
Oh,
Dan Brown?
bro, he played. Oh yeah, Daniel Jones. I forgot.
Remember Daniel Brown?
Jones.
I forgot about that.
James, remember Daniel Brown from like 1992?
No.
He was from Duke. He was also another white quarterback that was on Giants.
You know who I got? And this is a foolish reason to pick on them. I got the Bills because I'm with Griselda, damn it. I want to see Benny the Butcher in the Super Bowl. All right.
Oh yeah.
Halftime show and stuff. I want to see it. I'm all about it.
You saw he did this song with the Buffalo Bills and stuff, right?
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah.
I did see that. And for music people, we can make a smooth transition real quick because that's the end of that portion of the playoffs. James, you want to talk about basketball at all before I throw this little tidbit about music in?
No, go ahead. We'll close it out.
Okay, so I sent. It's early in the year, but I think I already heard the verse of the year so far, at least up to now. So this Griselda came out with a movie called what's it called, Mike?
Conceited or something with a C like
Yeah, something. Conceptualized. Conflicted.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the movie yet, but obviously they came out with a soundtrack for it, and it's fire. Once again, like I don't know why I was thinking at first I was like I don't even feel like listening to this. It's for a movie. This is probably gonna be whack. Of course it was hard. It's Griselda, but this dude Ransom, man, something about them beats with the horns, and you got this vocal in the background. La, 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 la. This dude be singing the hell out of this song.
Yeah.
Ransom be spitting some bar. Yo, this dude.
He's always been that way though.
Yeah, he has. He has always been like
Always
that.
been that way.
Ransom a beast.
He said something about when he said I had to be the father for myself that I didn't have. Something like, yo, he was just, ooh, he was in like some like, ooh, maybe like, oh God, you had it.
little pump line. That
The other little, oh, that was crazy.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about that one, Michael, but I can't even say it the way he said
I know.
it. He was like, I've carried a pump to the stage and then lay the trump card down.
Yeah, it was so many double entendres and
Yes, I was like, okay. Just saw Benny the Butcher is coming out with the Plugs I Met Part 2 in March. But here's my question for you guys, as far as music is concerned, who do you want to drop an album this year? I'm gonna leave Risk out of it because they already killed last year. But who do you guys want to drop an album this year that you really want to hear?
I
didn't hear from them last year.
Ideally, perfectly, in the perfect world,
Yes.
Outkast.
Ooh, that's taking it in a different direction.
We need an Outkast album out here.
Yeah, that'd be on time.
Don't they got a movie coming out or something?
Who?
I don't think so.
They're working on something. I saw somebody.
Who, Dre?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I hadn't heard him working on
Working on
anything.
somebody.
He's an artiste.
I'm waiting on Kendrick.
Okay.
Yeah, Kendrick.
Okay.
I don't know if he has anything planned. You know, he doesn't release every 3 or 4 years. But
Yeah.
I'm definitely Kendrick would be good right now in all this crazy time.
Yeah.
He'll have a lot to say. You're right.
My man going through a divorce, man. I'm gonna say Kanye.
That's where the best music is made, boy. Now when you going through some
Hey,
stuff.
man. Hey, you drop them gems.
I don't know.
But the thing is, man, I don't want to hear nothing he got to say.
The realest, spit the realest bars.
Maybe I'll get him back to normal. I don't know. But
Hey.
it's just something.
Get away from that crazy chick.
It's the Trump thing for me, though. I'm just
Hey,
once he
Micah,
went that land.
Micah and Ken, you introduced me to Kanye back in post high school years.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, it was. I was like, this guy's the man. But
Yeah, I used to love Kanye.
Yeah, he was until he got until he got too much money, and as soon as he had too much money, and his mom decided she was gonna have that surgery, and ever since she left, he ain't been the same, man. Yeah. He still put out one, but I think my Dark Twisted Fantasy came out. I think that was the last. Actually, Micah, you really like The Life of Pablo, right?
I like that. That was good. But like the Dark Twisted Fantasy, that was after the Taylor Swift incident. So he had time, like everybody was like, we done with Kanye, he's wilding, blah, blah, blah. So like James said, he went through a lot. He had time to sit, and then he came out with that masterpiece.
Yeah, that was his last classic.
Yeah. Pablo was good. It wasn't classic, but yeah, that was a hard album. That might have been one of his top albums.
I put it like this, man. He's one of the best beat creators I've ever heard, man.
Yeah.
And so you give that dude some time to get in a studio, and he can get that anger out and all that shit he's been going through all these years. So I think you about to have a 10-year classic on your hand, man.
But I got a question though. Is the fact that he like Christian doesn't curse, doesn't talk about the same topics, does that change that?
I think he's shedding all that, dude.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you think he coming back like Pastor Mace?
I think I think for real, man. We all know the curse of them Kardashians, man. Like they destroyed black men. So I think he comes off as that, man. If he can, yeah, it's a 10-year classic, man. You know what Kanye is capable of.
Yeah, that's true.
But if he can't do it,
Just give me the beats, man. Just give me your ill Kanye beats, and you can rap about whatever you want to rap about, as long as it's not about the devil. See, remember, Micah, when that Devil in the Blue Dress album came out, remember I didn't mess with it?
Yeah, he was like,
I didn't mess with that album. I still don't mess with that album because there was too many references. I don't play with the devil.
Yeah, you're right.
Personally.
Yeah.
Remember that?
I remember that.
The song when he was like, the hardest song on there. I would
He's
not.
like Satan.
Yes,
Yeah.
we don't
yeah.
learn a lot from Jesus. We don't. We love Jesus, but we don't learn a lot from Satan. After I heard,
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, I don't mess with this album."
Yeah, that's a
This is
good
the
point.
reason why I don't fuck with Rihanna no more.
But what did
What she
Rihanna
say?
do?
You said she went when she was in where was she from? Bahamas or
Barbados.
Barbados.
Yeah. And she told all them kids, pray to Satan that he'll give
What?
What?
You sure that's real, James?
and go
Where's my
look it
cap? Where's my cap?
up. Go look it up on YouTube, man. Go.
Nah, she would never say that. Not
Huh?
publicly. She wouldn't say that publicly.
Dude, go look it up. Look it up at this podcast. and then matter of fact, I'm gonna post it in the group chat for both of y'all.
All
You know he'd be lying when he's smiling.
right. She would not be that stupid even if she believed
Dude.
that.
Go look this up right now.
But now that
All right,
kind
you
of
go
that's a
ahead
good
and look
point,
it up.
man. Because he had a couple things where I was kind of like, he said, so, oh yeah, he said I sold my soul to the devil for a happy meal in that freestyle verse too.
Hey,
Yeah. he said-
Back then.
no, around that same time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Back then when that album came out. Yeah, man.
You're
Yeah,
right.
you on that?
Not
You
to
on
mention-
that Baphomet stuff? I'm not playing. I don't play with that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about
Like,
that.
So here's my point, Micah. If he's coming out super Christian, whatever, dude, you can rap. You can rap. There's a lot of dudes who rap clean or who rap about pure whatever kinds of things. But if a dude can spit bars, you can spit bars.
That's true.
Ransom the other day. Ransom probably didn't even have to curse in that whole thing, and it would have been just as hard.
Yeah, that's true.
Like there was no time where he had to inflect motherfucker into the bar just to make it rhyme. It was just hard. Like you didn't think about, oh yeah, he was doing his shit. It just did it, and that's what I want from Kanye. Just do it. I don't want the pre-promotional. This will be a good game. I don't want the pre-promotional tour with all that. Just drop that album. Do like Beyonce. Just drop that album.
Yeah. No warning, nothing.
No warning. Let it be fire. Don't be on there talking about God. Talk about Jesus. That's what you into. But spit bars. I don't want to hear you singing. Spit bars. Bring some beats. And I'm cool. I'm looking forward personally to the only person I can think of. I don't know if I want to say this person. Daniel, who you looking forward to, man, musically in 2021? Because I'm going to surprise y'all.
I won't. I don't know if y'all know who he is. Toby Nguigwe. Toby Nguigwe.
Who's Toby Nguigwe?
Toby Nguigwe is a dude. He's been rapping on Facebook. Y'all never heard Toby?
Oh, I know you're talking about. Is he got a dark skinned dude with like braid, like kind of? Yeah. Okay. He's very talented. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
And when you're talking about people who don't cuss in their raps, he literally does not cuss.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Somebody
What's the song he got?
Kids.
He got popular off one song. What was that? It was something he did.
Oh, Try Jesus.
Yes, that was it. Don't try me, try Jesus. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, I kind of like that.
No, I think I got a reverse. Yeah, that was right.
Yeah,
It was
That sounds right.
Yeah.
If you say don't try Jesus, try me, that.
Yeah. He was like, don't try me, try Jesus. Yeah, that's what it was. It was very hard. Very like revolutionary music.
He makes real good music.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Does he produce his own stuff too?
I think he's independent. Because he just posted the videos up on Facebook and stuff like that. So, and I think they let him perform at one of the award show. I can't remember which one it was, but he's getting up there. He should be. I feel like he should be bigger than what he is right now.
You'll get there.
That's how it happens. But as James just articulated, I got a feeling the world is changing, man. And I've always thought this since I've had kids. There's such a lane for not clean rap, but rap you can play in front of your kids.
Yes.
There's such a lane for that's available right now, because I was just delighted and thrilled when somebody recently dropped the album, Benny the Butcher, when he dropped actually the edited version too. I was so excited. I was like, because it wasn't a bunch of dope rhymes on that album. It was a lot of that album had to do with overcoming that, not wanting to have to go back to that, learning from previous situations, all that. Like he was just spending a bunch of game in that album.
Which one? Burden of Proof?
What's up?
What, Burden of Proof?
Yeah, Burner Proof.
Oh, yeah.
Burner
Ooh,
Proof was
that's
a
my
very
favorite. Ooh.
very mature.
I mean, last year, man.
Last year, right? They had very mature content, and you know what pissed me off? There was a couple of podcasters who I listened to who were like, "Yeah, it was all right, but it wasn't." First of all, they were criticizing the beats because it wasn't the dark, grimy stuff. It's like, man,
okay.
See, that's where y'all expectations fuck shit up. Because you thought it was going to be the typical Griselda, grimy kind of sound, and it just ended up being a different kind of beats, but the beats was still super fire.
Yeah, to me they were.
Like, what are you complaining about?
His beats remind me of Pharrell, right? He has
Hit
that,
Boy.
yeah, he has that range that he can get into, you know. And last year was the first year that I sat down with my son and actually listened to some albums that weren't from my era. You know what I'm saying? That is good, you know. And first he's asking me, yo, Dad, well, who is this? You know what I'm saying? That Buster drop, that Benny drop.
Yep.
Had an album that dropped. You know what I'm saying? And you know, even early in the year, who was it? Royce the 5'9" dropped his album.
Yep.
You know, I've been bumping. Meanwhile, something bumping hard all year.
The return of the 38, 40-year-olds.
You know, and
I mean, someone was saying this the other day. I think it was somebody from the Goody. I don't know if it was somebody from the Goody Mob, but somebody was saying, you know, they always. This is me interjecting or paraphrasing what they said. They always say hip hop is a young man's sport or a young man's game, but hip hop is only so old. Like we don't know.
That's true.
What the prime age is for hip hop. We used to think it was younger, but now that we're at this age, you gotta think we grew up. We were the first generation to grow up in this thing.
Yeah, true.
So guess what? The dudes who are our age now are the ones who seem to have mastered this thing.
Because we had our whole life. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because that's what. Yeah. And it makes sense. And he was like, I forgot who it was. I wish I could remember. But he was like, you don't know if dudes are going to be spitting when they're 50 or 60 or 70. And he was like, I hope they still are, because guess what happened? One time, the blues and jazz was a young man's sport, right? And then over time, you know, it just transitions. And now you just used to everybody. If you see an old man playing jazz, it's whatever. If you see a young man playing jazz, it's whatever. You expect to see different. Same thing for hip hop.
That's true.
But
if if Jay-Z's still spitting bars when he's 80, I ain't gonna be mad as long as it don't sound terrible.
You know, this is the thing though, and this is the proof that our era was the truth, right? At least up until now. You know what I'm saying? We are mentoring the young black billionaire group, right? So sometimes I'm in there and we're giving them assignments and I'm bumping that reasonable doubt, right? And these kids are like, yo, what the fuck is that? Hey, sir, who's that? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's Jay-Z, man. But I gotta remember, man, these kids are 16, 17, right? So they didn't have no clue what reasonable doubt's about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But when he's spitting, you know what I'm saying? Or they hear that old Biggie and they're like, yo, man, these dudes are really, yo, what does he mean by that? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I gotta remember, man, y'all fucking music ain't saying shit. You know what I'm saying?
Because they were the addicts, we were the dealers.
Yeah.
Not us personally, but that's the perspective that most of the rappers we grew up listening to came from the hustling territory. And now, unfortunately, nowadays, a lot of them are coming from the addict territory, which is why.
Here's one thing I'll say. Another reason that we're lucky to be in that generation is that half of our childhood was pre-internet, you know, and then it was internet after we went to college. So it was a different world, man. It was an entirely different world.
Yeah, it was.
So Jay,
my kids, I cannot explain to my kids what it's like to not have internet or cell phones.
That's crazy, yeah.
But it's sad to see, because when kids nowadays listen to some music we listen to and they be like, damn, what'd he say? I'm like, oh man, we was like that when we was younger. We would be in the store at midnight getting Outcast.
Oh, yeah. Yes, yeah.
That's
skipping school.
That's where.
Yeah.
Man, we put that mess in, man. We play that whole album.
Yes.
Through,
Yeah.
man.
We live with it. We live with the album.
Man.
Yeah.
So my guy that I'm looking forward to hearing the album from, James, you're slipping. Who am I gonna say, James?
I don't know, man.
J. Cole.
Rick Ross.
Rose.
Oh, yeah.
I'm looking forward to a Rose album, and I told this to the crew before. Think of
Rose.
all his features from last year, Michael.
Yeah, but some artists do good features, but their albums aren't good.
But I think he's making a transition to, like, because I've seen him do interviews and stuff, and I've just seen him talk, and he's a lot more on his black business mind kind of.
Okay.
He's a lot more on that wave than what he used to be.
Okay, that's true.
His features, he was on.
So Pin the Cross. So that video he came out with for Pin the Cross?
No, I didn't.
It's in line with that movie coming out, American Skin. When you pull that.
Oh.
Also, he also Wingstops.
So yeah, he was on Freddie. He did a verse on Busta Rhymes. He did like all these verses I heard him on, and he was saying stuff like,
You're right, Jim
I just want to
Jones.
have my mom buy. I just want to make my mama proud of her only son. Like you didn't hear that from Rick Ross all the time. Back in,
that's true.
Yeah, that shit was hot with Busta.
yeah, man, it was super hard. So like every song he was on last year, he was spitting mature content, and he made sure he was on the hottest beat possible.
Yeah, he never had a problem with beats.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's the thing, Mike. Never had a problem with his beats. It was the content. It just wasn't a thing. But now you sound like me, like what I would say if I was rapping about your kids, rapping about equity, rapping about Black people power moves. So I'm really looking forward to see what Rick Ross puts out this year. Is he gonna bite me in the ass? I don't know, but I'm looking forward to it.
So he has grown a lot. He's grown.
Yeah, that line he had on the Jeezy album, it was like you burnt down Black Wall Street. Now time for the get back. That's
See, that's what he's been on.
That shit hard.
For the last year. I don't know what happened, but hey, I'm all for it. So
we get it time, so
what's up?
You know, on that time, 2 hours, so we gotta wrap it up.
Exactly. Another great time. Been a heck of a week.
One more topic though before we go.
Oh, go ahead, dude.
Let's talk about this COVID. I heard these vaccines. I heard what you call it.
Are you trying to go another hour?
No. We'll keep it short, man. We'll keep it on the 15. You know, we're just gonna bring up some things that we saw, man. How there's a hospital in Houston, man, that's paying people to take the vaccine, paying the employees $500 to take the vaccine. You know what I'm saying? And so, and we had this big. I know you're looking for statistics, so I got the statistics now. So across the board, talking about nationally. At first, when the vaccine first came out, it was really low. The people who wasn't going to take it within the health community, it was down to 17% who said it wasn't. So that number now has grown to over 67%. But here's the question that I do have is why, right? Now, I'm not taking it because it's just been developed too shortly, and people have the arguments about it. But like I keep asking, what are they seeing that they're not telling us about for reason why these numbers keep growing? And why is now hospitals paying money for the employees to take this vaccine? And I just want to know what it is. Like why are they getting a hush or they're on a gag order? Do they got an NDA about what goes on? They say you can't, talk about, the results of these vaccines, but something underneath the surface is going on for why this number's growing. They're seeing something that they're not telling us, and now you got to pay people money to take it. That's crazy. So, quick conversation about it. What y'all think about it,
I mean, you can pay me $500.
$500.
Sign me up.
5 G's.
I know he.
But no, I think it's. I mean, like I said, I was you're talking about the medical field not being into it. And what I'm saying is that the medical field is just a microcosm of the rest of the world. People don't like it. People do like it.
I don't know. All the people I know in the medical field, they're anxious to take it. They're happy to take it.
Yeah, but but there are also like people in the medical field that are like just anti.
Yeah, but, I mean, are you sure 67%, James, is not?
That's a high number. That's a high number.
It used to be 17%, but now it's grown to that. And is this a national scope? So the number may seem high, but it's just across the board. So you're getting a sample across the board. Where they may have tested Houston or they may have tested New York and the numbers were real low, but now the numbers have risen. So it's kind of like
okay.
you know what I'm
It's
saying?
increased. Okay.
You know what
I
I'm
got you.
It's
Wait,
just,
the sample size is still not enough.
right. The sample size might not be enough, but it's enough to me when the hospital is paying the employees to take you for me to be like, okay, you need to explain why this is the decision being made. Like, why do you got to pay somebody to take a vaccine?
Because people, they're human beings, man. They're like us. Like you have a difference of opinion about it, and so do I. And like they're like people like us. Your mom's a nurse. My mom's a doctor. They're all over the place.
I tell you what my mom said and why she's apprehensive of taking it. But here's the thing that gets me when I see stuff like that. I'm like, okay. Besides the fact that I don't know why they're doing that or they're not releasing information, why is alarming. But when the military makes it voluntary, right? And this is the first time in 20 years I've ever seen the military say, okay, this is up to you. You know what I mean? You know, Daniel getting tested. Get your ass in line and get your damn shot.
I heard that was politics.
You know what I'm saying? And we don't do politics in the military, right? So
really?
Yeah, dude.
Really?
When it comes to stuff like this, they'll walk in your office and stab you. You know what I mean? It ain't. They'll set up in your area in your AO, and they'll cut. And your first on the call, you like everybody up to the office. Come get your shot. Ain't no politics involved, dude.
Understood.
But they're not doing that now.
Yeah. So why are they not doing that now? So if there's a national vaccine and there's a national crisis, and the military's like, well, hold up. We got ours today. We got ours today at our base I'm at right now working for.
Fumble. Ohio State's got the ball. Okay.
Shit.
Are you ahead, man? Come on.
My bad.
And what you call it? They paused the issuing. So they said we will hold these until we do our evaluation on it in the military. So to me, that just brings pause to it. So, but you know, there's a couple updates about COVID.
Yeah, I mean,
you're gonna get a free call. I know you're gonna be first in line chewing on that shit. But you know.
If you pay me $500, I'll get 50 of them. 50 times 500 is a lot of money. I'll take it.
I was telling them last week, Mike, unless the medical profession, unless there's about 90% of them jokers taking it, I don't want to take it. Here's the thing, you guys.
We need the right numbers on that. The medical profession.
What'd you say, sir?
We need the right numbers on that. Like,
I mean, even still, for right now, Frico, we all can agree there's enough of them who are weary about taking it that for me, I have to be a little weary of it because no matter what their political affiliation is and all that kind of stuff, if the joint was on point, the people would take it. So they have they're inside the hospital. They got the inside scoop. They got the inside information. So even though we have personal friends of ours who are saying, hey man, it's okay, you can take it, blah, blah, blah. To me, it's like, dude, you're a doctor and you have the access to something that you know. Like, there's 5 different kinds.
I'd like to know the breakout between the number of nurses and doctors that have that opinion. I mean, because
obviously it's enough, Rico, for them to be paying them to do it. You don't just get free money away. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just pay me. I'll do it.
Not you.
And then also,
why are they paying people to do it? We know you would take it.
No, it brings pause.
Yeah, they had a lot of like leftover supply because there was so many like medical professionals that didn't want to take it. So they were like, "Oh, we got
give me
leftover."
that.
So I don't know.
I'll take that.
But Micah, you said your team vaccine, right?
Yeah. For now, until I hear anything else. But yeah, I'll take it.
Dan,
I feel like the risk reward is the same, man.
Huh?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Nah. Not until it's sure.
All right, you with me? Frico's team vaccine?
Yes.
He just trying to go to Follies. That's all that is.
Yeah. Also yes. Also yes.
He gonna be right there.
That's the best.
I got my card. Let me in.
Oh, just while this, I mean, just as I'm curious, Micah, you down in the A. What are the numbers like, the COVID numbers down there?
I don't even watch them. Like,
Okay, you stopped paying attention. I mean, because you are one of the only places that's, completely wide open, have stayed wide open. And I'm just curious as to know if your numbers are anything similar to ours. Because
I think
if
they
they
are.
are, they are similar.
Yeah, I don't think they're like a lot higher than anywhere else. You know what I'm
See,
saying?
that's very telling to me. It's like
It is a little weird. But the other thing is I don't trust people reporting those numbers either.
Hell no.
Getting accurate.
why a lot of them aren't even getting tested in the first place.
Yeah, a lot of them, we're finally catching up with testing, but also who says that people that are reporting are really accurately reporting what they have, because they don't want to cause like pandemonium, they don't want to shut it down, like it's
That's
just
a
too
good
much.
point.
Yeah, too much going on, man. Because it all comes down to that dollar. That's why everybody's so eager to get back to things open and not taking it. It's like people want to get back to money.
Money.
Which is
Yeah,
another reason why I don't want to take it yet, because there's too much money involved in it right now.
that
One
too.
word to say, pass me on that shit for a money bag.
So yeah, I don't know.
What if they pay you to take it, James? You can take the money and the.
Yeah, man. I've got stuck with enough shit going during deployments, man. I ain't putting that shit else in my body, man. Fuck.
I understood, man. Respect.
So yeah, we'll agree to disagree on that one. It is what it is. It's still a good week. Sorry, Frico. I know you were disappointed. Micah said he was disappointed. I don't know. It's been a great week. Seeing all these racist fools on TV getting mopped up. I don't know. I'm enjoying the heck out of this.
Get your
I
ass.
haven't seen niggas on the news all week for anything.
But the thing is, though, this is just the tip of the iceberg. That's what worries me, because it's like, this is the beginning.
But that's why I got prepared over the summertime.
Yeah, you're right.
That's exactly why I did it.
2021 ain't getting no better.
Nope.
They get wild.
Let me say one thing real quick.
No.
James, you called it. Okay, James, I won't say it then. James, you called it.
Yeah.
James called it.
What?
I wish I could tell you.
He knew there was some happening that was about to happen back in February.
Oh yeah, January. Oh yeah, he can't tell us everything. No, we're not.
That he knew
court-martialed.
No, but he told us. We knew. Thank you, James.
The Black Boogeyman once again.
Dude, this ain't information I'll be dreaming about, man. This is the stuff I'm getting told. So I'm telling you, just to be prepared. I ain't telling nobody else, man. I'm telling the motherfuckers I care about.
This is true. And we appreciate it. And we appreciate, because truth be told, I would not have gotten a weapon. I would not have I would not have prepared myself as much had you not been giving me the information you were giving me for the last couple of years. And then I would have been behind the 8 ball, because it's kind of hard to get things out here nowadays. Like it's concealed. It's hard to get the gun you want. Fortunately, we live in the South, so there's a gun show Daniel and I will go to like every other weekend, or every other couple of months. But at the same time, I feel like now I'm mentally prepared. I'm physically prepared. It's just a matter of which direction are y'all coming from. But I know this. It ain't gonna be me. It's not. I'm sorry. It is not. James said it before. Don't walk out on these streets looking threatening. You've seen a bunch of people getting knocked out and all that kind of stuff. Like, you're making Black people feel like we got to be with the shits, and I don't know what I want to do. Like that's one way that he really messed up. That a lot of, as Micah and I discussed the other night on the phone, Micah made the mention of, it's the smart races you got to worry about. Your Joe Bidens, excuse me. No, I'm joking.
Like, you're right.
But those are the ones who are not going to make you feel like you got to get prepared and be ready.
Yeah.
They're just going to do things undercover, subliminally, what have you, and make you feel like it's all well and good. And then you figure out later that you got screwed.
It's too late. Yeah.
Trump put the Trump card down for racism. And he messed up. Because now you put everybody on blast. You have, if you're a Black person now and you're not ready and prepared out in these streets, then I don't know what else to tell you, man. You said they're not. You've seen it. You've seen it enough to know Now is not the time to play. They went to a federal building and tried to break in and
I'm
kill.
still, yeah. I still can't get out of it. I still can't get out of it.
Right? I told everybody.
What up?
Be prepared for them power outages, right?
Mm-hmm.
We on high alert with this right now, right? And look what happened in Pakistan, the whole country. Boom. 2.5 million.
The whole country.
Whole country. Look it up. Gone. Mexico last week. Gone.
For how long?
The whole like a day and a half. Pakistan took a day and a half.
And that made me think about that dude in Tennessee that blew up the AT&T trying to mess up communications. Like that's another thing. If our internet go out, well,
When was that?
you ever see the bombing in Nashville?
No. Oh, that's what he was trying to do?
Yeah, he was at AT&T building. He took out half the Southeast.
Yeah. I couldn't say it out loud because we were still in secure chat about it. But them motherfuckers,
Oh.
when I told you the internet going down, dude, they really
They strategizing, yeah.
Holy shit.
it's a serious threat. Think about it like that. They are
Dave's like, I can't say what I want to say.
Exactly. Yeah.
Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't incriminate me.
You almost stepped in that
I don't know
shit.
nothing. I don't know nothing.
let me put it in layman terms.
Yes.
And Daniel will understand what I'm about to say. Shoot, move, and communicate. Right? If I take communication away, you can't move. If you move, you can't shoot. All right. So just keep that in mind when I'm putting this stuff in the chat. I know it sounds crazy to you guys, but this is the stuff that people are looking at. Like, yo, we got a real serious problem. That solar wind thing I showed y'all, that's just the tip of the iceberg, boy. That shit is scary. Because if they can't get that source code figured out, they got no choice but to pull the plug.
You talking about the Russian thing?
Yeah, if you affect the power grid, you're affecting GDP on a daily basis.
Oh yeah.
Like it's bad. Like a 1 day outage in New York City is like a 0.5 decrease in GDP for even if it's 1 day. That's what happened on 9/11. But yeah, it's a big. I mean, those are the threats that are scary as well.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
It's a hell of a time to be alive, gentlemen. That's all I can say.
That's it. Be prepared, like James said. That's the best way.
Put some food in your house, man. Get them flashlights. They got these light bulbs that they don't tell people about. You can't find them in Walmart, but you order them online that stay on even the power go out.
Oh, really? Are they charging or something?
They're reserving energy while they plug.
Oh, okay.
And so when the power goes out, they ain't gonna last forever, but at least when power immediately goes out, you got some light in your house. You can move and get your stuff out. So, but yeah, man, there's a lot of stuff we worried about, man. I give you
James gonna have me buying a generator, boy. Shoot.
Business opportunity, James. Mike, Ken.
Here's the only thing about buying a generator, man, is that they loud.
No, not a business. No, not the generator, but the just battery storage and being able to put that at various nodes on the power grid and use that. Like it's distributed energy. Like you can use it and not have to worry about stuff.
Use what now?
You can store solar and wind on battery.
Oh, yeah.
So the battery technology is getting better.
Okay.
So that's where like I'm trying to focus. It's and I think now with the elections that happened, it's going to be like they're going to throw money at it.
They've been knowing about this for a while. That's why they've been pushing, like you said, the solar things in your house.
Yeah.
That's why they've been pushing that for so hard, and giving out so many discounts. The government's getting so many tax.
They extended the discount for another 2 years.
Yeah. They don't want to put people in a mass hysteria, right? And so the supply chain shortens up. But
you have solar panels on your house?
Yeah. So
I need to get some. I'm in an ideal spot for them. Huh?
They're expensive.
Oh, I know.
You're looking over time, over the course of 5 years.
But you're telling me if shit hits the fan, they're still gonna work?
Yeah, because it stores energy. It replaces the energy that you get from the grid. That's why you don't get the bill.
Right.
It stores it. But the sun comes up every day.
You just gotta face the sun, yeah.
You can get the ones that you put outside in your yard. They won't generate as much energy. You can't.
Yeah, I'm getting them on the roof if I get them, man.
You get them on the roof, but you could put them up there yourself. But The most
Yeah,
expensive.
but then what you just say? What?
There's something you can put there on your own, man, if you're willing to do it. The most expensive part
Nah.
is the nation.
Now, you gotta hire
I'm not getting up on that roof, brother.
Yeah,
I don't know how my me amigos be doing that. They were
you
fixing
gotta
roofs
hire
yesterday,
someone to do it,
man.
right?
Chilling. They were
Everybody in my
chilling up
neighborhood
there,
got 'em,
shooting dice and everything, huh?
man. Everybody in my neighborhood got them.
Oh, for
Yeah,
real.
I think I think that's an investment we're gonna.
And you get tax credits for it, Ken.
I know that's what I'm saying. This is time to strike. I think around springtime, after we get those taxes back, get my next stimmy. if I get 2,000, the wife get 2,000, that's 4,000 I can put towards it. That's enough for that.
And
That's
also,
not
the
gonna right there.
You don't need that many, man.
Huh?
You don't need that many. So
You don't need that many? I think I want to have like
The solar industry is getting
about
money.
6 on one side of the roof and 6 on the other side of the roof.
I don't know, man.
That many?
Nah, you don't need that many.
No, dude.
I mean,
You need 1 panel per 1,000 square foot of home you got.
Oh, okay, okay.
So, you know, you get 6 on
Oh, so good.
Ken, you must be in the mansion. Shit.
Oh no, I want to be fly. That's all. I want people to go down the street blinded by I want Dave to pull up like, damn,
You
you
can
got that shine.
You'll be able to energize your whole block, man.
Nah, honestly, black people in general, look into that, because I mean, you have to admit things are looking a little different.
Yeah, they are.
Repairs, but my wife was getting on my nerves for the whole last 2 years, James, because James scared me into buying 4 of those big gallons, not the gallons, but those huge things of water.
Which huge things?
The huge things of water, the whatchamacallit?
The rain buckets.
Yeah, the buckets.
Oh,
I got about 4 or 5 of those in the crib. My wife,
Those are good, man.
why'd you buy I was like, just in case, just chill.
Water. Yeah, it's fucking water.
And now
Just
you
so
see
you
it's
know.
paying off, right?
Huh?
You see it's paying off, right?
And it's not paying off yet, but but I'm looking at that water like okay, I'm gonna have to protect that water if things pop off. And
even water bills are
water.
getting high. Water bills are getting high, and even it's getting.
You ain't the only one who got them, man. I told you that years ago. Hey, start preparing.
I
What are
know.
they called? Water what?
Those big, the ones that you put on the cooler, the ones that you put on the water
Oh,
cooler.
yeah. Okay.
No, I'm saying
Those huge joints.
Okay.
Yeah, I went out and bought a whole bunch of those just in
Okay. That's
case.
smart. Oh, yeah.
So they're just chilling in the kitchen just for a rainy day
Mm.
or a dry day, whatever you want to call it.
I got their shelf life food. I got medical supplies. What you call it? I got thermal blankets. All that shit, man.
You have Slim Jim.
Rico, you got rubbers? Just,
Hey, as long as. Hey, I'm gonna be hanging
not
out.
ready for that. He wasn't ready.
He caught him off guard. That
Yeah.
What the hell are you talking about? Rubbers? I don't have any guns, any rubbers. I take it all raw.
Wait. My daughter's walking in the room. What you want, child?
Mike's about to laugh.
Yeah.
No, we're not. We'll be done in like 5 minutes. We're gonna talk for a couple of minutes. Come here. Say what's up. Yeah, you'll be on YouTube. So what? Come on, say what's up. All right. Well, good night. I love you.
Good night, Alia.
Yeah, I'll tuck you in. Go ahead.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Man, hurry up. So yeah, Fire Optics, nice show. 2021. Stay with us. Don't forget to click, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We will be here. Just some grown men just having fun conversations. We're gonna keep it a buck. We're gonna keep up with this and just shine our light on the world, man. Give you our perspective. Feel me? Peace.
Peace out.
Peace.